this video, we will continue to talk about modeling tools in Unreal Engine 5, and we're going to talk about the art poly modeling tools and techniques that we can use here. So we saw already how we can start to create our scenes and levels to develop our levels using primitives, so standard objects and really simple objects, and also how we can create them using lines or let's say curves or vector graphics here. So vectors that then gonna be extruded or turned into walls or solids. Now we're gonna continue with the poly editing tools, and also we're gonna talk about polygroups, and we can use also the CubeGrid, which is another way we can build up and block out our level. So we can create like a draft creation, a draft version of our level, real quick and real easy here in Unreal Engine 5. Now again, if you're looking for something specific, for example, in the previous video we talked about how to design and extrude here an exterior wall for an interior design project. So yes, you can do architecture, you can do interior design, you can do furniture design, industrial design here in Unreal Engine 5, but the tools that we have, they are not yet at the same level that you get, for example, in other software like Rhinoceros or 3ds Max or Maya or Blender. They're getting there little by little, but there's still some more thing to do. But we do have a lot of different tools here that we didn't have with the previous versions, so I think that's a big step up. So let's get started here, and you can see I've created this kind of simple level block out. So it's a draft for what could be a level. So I'm gonna delete it, and I've created this using the CubeGrid. But you can do whatever you want. You can create it with any technique, or you can import it. So I'm just gonna delete it to show you how to begin with the CubeGrid, which is gonna be the first tool that we are going to explore. So we will not use references or reference images like the previous video. We're just gonna go here with our fantasy and create whatever we want. Try to, again, block out the base of our level. So let's get started. I'm gonna click on the cube grid. So you can see here, create blockout meshes using a repositionable grid. So this is the grid that we can use. So it's kind of a modular design, what we are doing here. We can adjust the grid, we can adjust the way we can draw on this. So let's make something real simple. So if I want to create a simple wall, what I need to do is just to click with the left mouse and drag. And this is gonna select a bunch of, let's say, faces, which can also be considered like polygons, and I can extrude them. Now I can enlarge this a little bit to see a little bit better. There we go. So you can see that we have basic actions like pull. So pull means that I'm gonna pull one module up, and if I continue, that's gonna continue with that exact module. If I push, I'm gonna push back that module. Now, once I do, so for example, this part of the wall, let's make it just a little bit bigger, I can continue with other parts. So for example, here I can like select other different parts of this and just pull them up. And then I can go here aside and I can continue to pull. So it's like working with, like in polygonal modeling or hard polygonal modeling, but we're using a module, standard box, essentially. Now, also we can do slide back or slide forwards to move this in another position. So let's say that I want to place there another part of my geometry here. There we go. So I can start to create another piece, and maybe my character can jump from that platform to that other platform. If you're creating a game, this is, I think, excellent because you can really block out a level real quick. So if this needs to be like let's say you can hold shift to select all of these together, and we can pull this now. So this could become like a platform where I can jump onto. Now another thing you can do here is to flip. So when you flip, let's say that you have selected the top polygon there. When you flip it, it's gonna go the other way. So I can pull now, and it's gonna go there, down there. Okay, now let's say that I want to create a pavement here. So I'm just gonna click and drag and select a whole area here, and then I can push if I want to go down, and then pull, and there you go. That's my pavement. And I can continue like this. Well, let's say that I want to do something higher here now. So let's select, sorry, another rectangle. So click and drag, and then let's just slide these back in this case. So I'm gonna place this higher. There you go. And then I'm gonna pull, and it's gonna create another platform that I can jump onto. Now, when you want to create like ramps or things like that, you can use the corner mode. When you get into the corner mode, you can edit those corners. So if I select those, well, now we need to use some shortcut keys. So you can use the E key if you want to go up, or the Q key if you want to go down. Now, the problem here is that if I go down like that, I don't have any anything lower than that. So if I want to create a ramp right here, I could go here on the bottom. Well, let's say done for the moment, and let's select these like 4, and let's pull them down so that they arrive to the bottom there. Okay, and to create a ramp there, I can now select this whole area, and let's go to corner mode, and I use this one here and press E. So pressing E, I'm just moving the corners. I'm just moving those 2 vertices, and I'm creating a ramp, which could be bigger and bigger. There you go. Okay, now if I just want to check what I've done so far, and you see we used all the actions. So the other thing that we can do here is just change the origin of the grid. So you can move the grid around, or you can reset its position. You can rotate the grid if you want to model not straight but with an inclination. And you can also show the gizmo. This is really handy to move the grid around, so you can move it up and start to create your level from here. And again, push, pull, same actions. And you can rotate. You can use the gizmo to rotate. Let's try to be careful there and select the exact. Okay, let's create another geometry here, which is going to be like incline. Okay, and let's say complete. So let's test it, and then we're going to go back to other tools. So I'm going to press play, and with my character here in the third person template, just going to go there and test this ramp. And there you go. So you can see everything works fine, and I've blocked out like parts of this level real quick using these tools. Okay, let's exit. Now all these will have collisions and everything. You can see the mapping is there because we can see the checkerboard. Sometimes there you can see perhaps the mapping is stretched, so we can use the mapping to fix it. And let's move on. So I'm gonna go back to the CubeGrid just to show you a couple of extra options. So if you want to bring everything to the original, you can click on this reset button right there. Now you can also change your other parameters for the grid. You can make it bigger using power of 2.